prepare to have your ears tortured. It's From the Front Row with Johnathan T. Rokford. Hot dog.
Yeah, you know, I guess you could say he brought it upon himself, You can only talk so much shit before somebody becomes the toilet paper and wipes your ass up. Hey, you live and you learn, buddy. Hey, what's for lunch today? No, I want a frog legs. How you doing there, WPA? It's me, Johnathan T. Rokford, here with another edition of From the Front Row. And our game changer champion was in action as Sean Puff, the master. The four-time game changer champion had a long marathon match with Lycan Umbros and was able to finally defeat him. And I think that match took a little bit out of him because he decided to challenge the person that had been just pushing his buttons. And I must say, it was genius. I mean, I saw it. I don't know how he didn't see it coming. As he called out Big Mel, who kept telling him that his title was irrelevant. Get a real title. Get some real wins. And he called out Big Mel. And Big Mel took the title from him. Well, at least one thing he won't have to worry about is Big Mel calling the title irrelevant while it's in his possession. Now, I spoke with Big Mel after the match, trying to find out, hey, who are you going to challenge next? And he wouldn't tell me. He said I would have to wait like the rest of WPA when he named his opponent later today. Should be interesting, though. I don't know. Who knows who Big Mel will call out? We'll just have to wait and see, folks. But we did have some guest performers on commentary as the Messiah and newcomer Crasher LB, along with South Bronx Savage, was sitting on commentary. Now, South Bronx Savage joined the commentary table after his opponent did not show up. So he was awarded the win and decided to join in on the commentary fun. And what a commentary team that was, folks. Now, Robert Isaiah Salea and Needles Kane did show up to work, folks. And they had a all-out brawl that spilled to the outside of the ring and halfway up the ramp, resulting in a double countout. Hey, at least they showed up. Yeah, we don't give out participation trophies there, Flip. Hey, Flip! Now knowing we know about Freddie and Fredo, I'm even more curious as to now why you didn't like Freddie. Do you have something against frogs, bro? Like, seriously, like, did it get you hopping mad or something when you see him? Do you not like Kermit either? I mean, goddamn. Now, as we concluded our extreme mega week, it was just full of number one contender matches, championship matches, and folks, yes, if you were wondering, there were some title changes. Just who, though? We'll get into that in a few minutes. Our first number one contender match was for the triple threat title, determining who would go on to face the triple threat champion. And in match one, we had the Emperor 2K Anomaly taking on Nergahante and Desdemona. And say what, Flip? Did she win? No, of course not, Flip. No. But she didn't get pinned. No, she did not get pinned. Good on her. But she didn't win. But Nergahante did win when he pinned the Emperor 2K Anomaly. I think she was still a little upset about Freddie and Fredo. I wonder if that would. What if I could put this in Alfredo? You know, Alfredo. Put some chicken in there with it. Well, I mean, technically, I guess people say it tastes like chicken. Oh well. Now in match 2, we had the Super Champion King versus Martel the Carpenter and Shepherd Bane. And folks, I'm gonna need you to sit down for this one, because even he was surprised as Martel the Carpenter picked up the win, pinning Shepherd Bane.
Say what?
Let that one sit on your craw for a minute, folks. Martel the Carpenter could go on to the triple threat match and become a triple threat champion.
Say what?
I don't know what I would do if that would happen, folks. It's just crazy. It's just crazy enough to happen, folks. We'll see. Now, in our next number 1 contender match, we had a match to determine who would go on to face the TV champ, and it was a 4-way dance, folks, and there was no good music playing. Some Taylor Swift. As DJ Tech took on the First Lady Alexa Leslie, Bobby Blaze, and Casper 2779. And folks, as if no surprise, the First Lady Alexa Leslie was able to pick up the win and punch her ticket by pinning Casper 2779. Woo! You know, that guy, not that good on the singles circuit. He might need help. Or a seance. Pick your poison. Now, in the number 1 contender match, we had to determine the number 1 contender for the IC Championship. Folks, and the match started off scheduled Jayla Masters versus Red Death. Now, minutes before the match started, another contender was added to the match in Chrysalis, much to the chagrin of Jayla Masters. But luckily, he was added before the bell rang. Actually, he was added before they even made their entrance. He was actually added right after they made the match card. They just forgot about him for a minute there. But folks, Chrysalis, the late edition, was able to pin Red Death and take home the number 1 contendership for the IC title, folks. They might as well just put him in a match for the IC title next, because Jayla Masters, poor guy. He's going to be whining about that. You know, he keeps saying that the WPA admin has it in for him. My thought is if he didn't insult them so much, they probably would just forget about him and just leave him alone. If they were really gunning for him. Now, our last number 1 contender match was determined who would go on to face our world champion. And it was a fatal 5-way, folks. We had Cats and Corey versus Matt Blakely versus Donnie Boy. I don't know how he got in there. Versus the Beast versus Johnny Rocco, folks. And talk about teamwork, folks. The Beast hit a beast bomb on Cats and Corey, and when he went for the pin, Donnie Boy tried to go over there and break it up and was intercepted by Johnny Rocco, who blocked his path as the ref counted to 3, giving the Beast the win. So he is now our number 1 contender for the world title, folks. I guess Johnny Rocco figured if he wasn't going to win, might as well get his sister brother a win. That's some teamwork right there, folks. I mean, Donnie Boy could have maybe just pushed Johnny out the way, but I don't think he wanted to try it. But congratulations to the Beast. You're #1 contender to the world title. No, he might call, all that calling out seems to help sometimes. What even helps even better is picking up a bunch of wins enough to put yourself in a position to even be put in that match. What? Yeah, I guess she looks kind of crazy. I guess it could be her. Now, on to a special tag team match. Teaming up for the first time, we had Winthrop Alexander Percy IV taking on Tezzeret and Texas Hate You, and he teamed up with Luna. Most unlikeliest of pairs, folks. I mean, the darkness of Mother Earth, the dome, and folks, even the commentary team was kind of surprised. They worked very well together and picked up a win in dominating fashion. As WPA 4 pinned Tezzeret, giving them the win. I've never seen two people celebrate a win. You can tell, you know how you know when you lose a lot? When you celebrate this meaningless win. Come tag team turmoil, them two won't be teamed up. Maybe. Maybe not. We don't know. We'll see. They'll be drawing names soon. Doing selections. I really feel for people when tag team turmoil comes around. You wind up sometimes teaming with somebody you don't want to be with. And you got to work together because you have one common goal. Get that title shot. But last year's winners was Big Mel and Johnny Rocco won it last year. Of course, Johnny Rocco was successful in gaining the world title. So it works, folks. You just got to know what to do. Now, our first championship match featured the triple threat champion, the Dark Stalker, defending his title against the Wraith and Crazy Canuck. Now, if you know about the Wraith, you know he really doesn't care about titles. He just likes to fight. And fight he did, as he was able to pin Crazy Canuck and become the new triple threat champion. So, this week, folks, because, it's Sunday. Actually, by the time you see this, it'll be Monday. It'll be the Wraith versus Martel the Carpenter versus Nergahante, folks. Two OGs. Well, I guess you could almost say three now. Three OGs. That should be a very interesting match. Ooh, flip. We should make a bet on how Martel does. You need to think about it. All right, you think about it. And folks, we might even put a poll up for that one. We'll think about it. Now, in tag team actions, the Killer Goons defended their titles in their first title defense since winning the tag team titles from Sinister. And they were facing the Prince of Crime, Delirious, and Quani Fist, the man nobody wants to lose to, folks. And folks, we have new tag team champions, as Delirious pinned Brasshole and it just took the titles, folks. Them guys cannot hold on to the titles for long. Man. And WPA admin just threw those two together. It's amazing the intelligence level of the bookers to find two opponents, match them up, and go for gold and get it. It's happened in trios. It's happened now in the tag team match, folks. They just threw them together. Like, hey, you two go after it. Granted, these two do have a history of tagging together in trios. They were trios champions before. So it's not that uncommon, I guess, for them to get gold. It's not that uncommon for Killer Goons, not named Big Mel, to lose a title. They was having a hard night. Now, our television champ was also in action since it was Extreme Mega Week. And James Altrez, our champion, took on Lycan Umbras and defended his title successfully, pinning Lycan Umbras to retain his television championship. You know, he's going to have a hard battle next match. First Lady Alexa Leslie versus James Altrez. Should be a very interesting match. You know, it makes the Booker's job a little bit easier too. They already got a couple matches ready to go. Let's just hope the rest of them are as easily made. Now in the U.S. Championship, Big Mel took on Fatimas. And Fatimas did control the match early. But I'm going to assume due to conditioning, tired out, and Big Mel was able to take advantage of the fatigue and beat Fatimas to retain his U.S. title. And we will wait to see just who he picks for that title too. He's got a lot of decisions to make in a short amount of time. That perk drink is good. Now, our women's international champion was also in action as the Ronin Shona Campbell took on Lady Assassin. And folks, you know, I cheer for Lady Assassin so much. I want to see her win that title, but unfortunately, it was not time, as the Ronin successfully defended the title, picking up the win, and is still your women's international champion. An Intercontinental Championship match, Money took on his challenger, the Master Sean Puff, who for most of the match seemed to be in control. But Money and them Lucky Charms, he must have got a refill. The match went to a time limit draw, meaning Money is still your Intercontinental champion, folks. Lucky son of a bitch. I don't know how he does it. I really don't. Now, our world champ put his title on the line against the badass Eddie Vendetti. And folks, it wasn't even a contest, as our world champ dominated the match, defeating the badass. Well, can we even call him a badass anymore? He was a badass when he defended that triple threat title. Got 4 successful wins. And then, since then, had teachable moments. Finding out the hard way, folks, that when you challenge the top of the heap, it's hard to climb up that sumbitch. As a matter of fact, I think that's twice now that he's beat him, or come close to it. I have to look it up. I don't feel like it. What? Look at it. All right, we'll look it up. We'll see. 1 second, folks. Flip doesn't believe me.
I don't know who he thought he was fooling. He knew damn well he was going to open that book and look in there to see that he was right. Pompous asshole. Watch, I bet you found it. Yep, see, he found it.
2-week time frame.
We all know Jermaine beat him once before. God damn. Stop acting like you don't know what's going on.
Has vanquished the badass Eddie Vendetti. You know, Jermaine Walker said he wanted to see just what what he was made of. I guess we know. He's not top 10 material. But that's all we got, folks. It was a long week for everybody involved. Congratulations to all our winners. To the losers, you suck. Get your game up. Like I said, teachable moment. Thanks to our commentary table, the Messiah, Newcomer, Clash LB, and the South Bronx Savage. Shout out to Misfit Row. Remember, folks, hug your loved ones. Don't drink and drive. Pick up that phone. Call that friend. They might need to hear your voice. Or they might just need you to listen. I'm Johnathan T. Rokford, folks. Stay tuned for Philip as he will give you his pick of the Mega Week. I think he said he's going to go for 2. Later. No. I don't know. I'm starting to think it was all in her imagination. I mean, who the fuck has a frog for an assistant? I mean, goddamn. I mean, everybody knows you get a Geico or get a bear or something that can defend itself. You know, get a Komodo dragon. But a frog? Like, the fuck? Hello, WPA. Once again, you have the privilege and honor of hearing my voice come across the airways as I divulge to you not 1, but 2 picks from this extreme Mega Week. This week was a little bit easier than most, as my eyes were impressed by the technical skills and dominance of 2 individuals. My first pick was the WPA World Champion, Jermaine Walker, who refers to himself as a god. And as a god, he rendered judgment on his opponent and sent him straight to hell. He did not collect $200. He was not able to pass go, as Jermaine Walker proved his dominance over his foe. You know, most people will say what they're going to do, and they never come through. But Jermaine Walker was set to prove that his opponent did not deserve to be in the same ring as him. Retaining his title, and once again proving that he is a god, and he was almost perfect. But even at 80%, dare I say 70, he was still better than his opponent. My second pick is also a champion. The Ronin Shona Campbell, whose name seems to be coming from my lips very often, as I've been greatly impressed over and over again since she won the title. And her decision-making skills in the ring, unfallibility to people talking crap to her. She will not be shaken, she will not be deterred, but she will put the extreme throttling on the person that dares to step into her way. These two champions personify the term champion, and they are not to be taken lightly. And though you might say, oh, you know, they have losses here and there, but when it comes to their titles, folks, they're still around their waist. Like I said, it was easy. It was a no-brainer. Now, we don't know who's the next opponent for Shona Campbell. But if you look at the list, she's beaten them already. I have no doubt she shall beat them again and retain her title. I have no doubt that she will become the most dominant women's international champion. As for Jermaine Walker, need I say more? The man has proven time and time again that he is the blueprint on title defenses. You should feel honored to just breathe the same air as these two. Because the question you might ask yourself is not when they lose their titles or how they will lose their titles. It's who is even damn well good enough to step in the ring with them and attempt to take those titles. From what I've seen so far, no one. Eventually, someone may prove me wrong, but I highly doubt it. But that is all I have. Enjoy your week, because you will all fight for second place, as they will remain on top of WPA. And with that being said, I bid you good day. I said good day.